Hey everyone, it's Angie. Today is Quick and Easy Day, and I'm going to show you 2 ways to make this little box, or for 2 purposes. So you can do it 2 different ways. I'm doing it for a lollipop for Valentine's Day, but you can also make this as a baby shower favor. You can make it for a thank you gift, anything you want. It is up to you. It's super quick and easy, and this is what I'm sharing today. So here is the little lollipop version, and then I made one here for just a thank you little gift. But this would be the cutest for a baby shower or anything like that, just a little I love you gift for someone. And a little gift will fit in these. They are 2 inches and they are 1 inch wide and 2.5 inches tall. So they're both the same, but I wanted to make one for a lollipop because I thought this would be a great classroom project and for coworkers, anything like that. I'll probably make a bunch for my coworkers, and at least there's something little that I can give them. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do for these. They are blow pops in here, and I'll show you those here in a second. But this is what we're making today, so let's get started. Alright, so here are the blow pops that I got, and I found these at Hobby Lobby, and I know they're all over the place, but I'm going to pull one out. They are cherry, and they're a good size, y'all. You know how blow pops have the gum inside, but they're really fun, and I know the kids love those. At least my grandkids love them. And so this is what I'm sharing. I used to make things like this when they were little, but yeah, they're all grown out of that now. I have great grandkids, though, that would love those too. But only one of them just started school this year, so we'll see what happens as she gets a little bit older. All right, so what you'll need for this, I'm using a few different stamp sets here. So I have the banner saying, and this is a great one for the Valentines or any. I did use the same stamp set for the thank you one. It says I can't thank you enough. But I use the You're the Sweetest. You can use You Are Loved there. And there's Sending My Love. This one's a happy birthday, so you can do it for happy birthday. This has every different saying, and it's got 2 styles of font. So it is really, really a good one for any occasion. So we're using that one. And then again, I'm using the Endless Love. I love this one. And we are using the heart here. And then we are using the Creative Haven. And this is another one. I absolutely love the tags in here. I've used them on different projects, but this is the tag we're using, which makes it super quick and easy. I'll tell you the dimensions of this in case you just want to punch a hole in it or something. I don't know. I think it just makes it with the little top on it. But the size of this is 2 3/4 by 2. We are going to get started with scoring these. So I cut out 2 of the tags, and I love that it has that top on it. I cut 1 of the hearts. This is Bubble Bath that I'm using for this. I'm using the same designer series paper, which I'll tell you here in a second the name of it because I keep forgetting the name of this one, but it is fantastic. I've used it this whole season. Made with love, but I did use this one for the thank you because it's more generic. But you can use any of these, but y'all, every side of this paper is gorgeous. So if you want this, grab it because I know it's going to go very quickly. All right, and then you need 1 piece here. This is going to be for the sides of the box. It's 7 by 2. And then to mat the front and the back, it's 2.5 by 1 7/8. Don't worry about copying the measurements because I have a inspiration sheet on my blog, and you can download and print it with all the measurements and supplies needed for this project. All right, so we are going to start by, let's just stamp the sentiment first. I like doing that first. So I am just going to use this little stamp here, You're the Sweetest. I'm going to do the same one. And we're going to put that right in the center. It looks like one of those candy hearts, doesn't it? The conversation hearts. And we'll just set that aside. And we're going to score this piece right here. This is the only scoring we're going to have to do for this. Now when you score designer series paper, here's a tip for you. Always remember to use the larger side of your stylus so it doesn't tear the paper. So on this 2-inch side, we are going to score it at 1/2. You can also wax this piece, but I'm not waxing it. You can see I already went off. And 1.5. And then you're going to turn it and you're going to score it on the 7-inch side at 2.5 and 4.5. That's all our scoring. Y'all, I love using tags for different things because what else would you use a tag for? You know, I always love making things out of the tags. And yeah. So we are going to just cut down each of these side score marks. I'm going to sharpen this with my, you can use either side of this paper, by the way, but I'm going to use the XO. And we're just going to sharpen all these score marks. This is very important for those of you who are new to box making. All right, and then we're going to grab our 2 tags. Now it does have 2 sides, so remember that when you're placing your piece here on the sides. All right, so what I'm going to do first, I'm just going to use wet glue, y'all. And I'm just going to put it on this middle part right at this edges right here. I'm going to go ahead and put it on all 4 sides because it doesn't hurt this to sit a while because it does make it a little bit more tacky. And then you are going to just pull these up, these sides up, and you're going to hold those in place. And you want to make sure it's square. You'll see me put it on my desktop when I'm doing this second part to make sure I have it nice and square. So I just lay it flat and then just make sure these are all down before you put them on the box, that they're all, the tacky part is all down and they are straight. This one I went off a little bit, so let me grab that and fix that. Because you want it to be straight so it fits on your tag really good. Alright, so I'm going to just hold those just for a second. And we should be good. And did I get off? Yes, I got this one off. I could tell just by looking at it, it was off a little bit. And we're going to add glue to this, so don't worry if you have to fool with that. All right, that's much better. So let's grab our wet glue again. Make sure you got the top part really good, all of the sides and the bottom. I think the wet glue works the best. This is facing the good side down, and I'm just going to flip this over and put it right on here. Make sure that it is centered, and they are all inside your little tag. I'm going to flip it this way because I can't see it that way. I'm going to take my handy little flat edge of my score tool here, not score tool, my bone folder, and we're just going to go down all these edges. Alright, so we got that one side on, and it's on pretty perfect. You might have to just hold these in, but this edge, y'all, I'm telling you, it works so good for stuff like this. But this is linked in the description if you're interested. Alright, and it is under the part where it's not Stampin' Up stuff. Alright, so we're going to do the same on this side. This goes together super easy. And we're going to put this one on this side. And you're going to have to kind of hold it in like that, so it's inside your little tag. Again, get your little, this thing is so good that because it's flat and it gets the edges really good. Okay, couldn't line that up, I couldn't see it. Alright, so we're going inside that really good. And we have it all almost ready. We're going to mat the sides. It is cute with this too. Yeah, you can do both patterns because the colors coordinate. It's what I love about Stampin' Up, but I think I'm going to do them all the same because I think I am using these for my coworkers. And we're going to mat this side. I'm dropping my pens, y'all. Sorry about that. My markers are still up here from the other day. And they're sitting right next to my little stand that I have for my glue gun there. I keep knocking off my markers. All right. Now I am going to grab my ribbon, and I'm using this is Bubble Bath. I love this ribbon, and I love the size of this. It's really small and easy to fit through these little holes. I did make a little point there. And we're going to pull that through. Make sure you have enough here. And I'm going to show you how I do it for the lollipop. So you want to squeeze these edges first. Make sure they're nice and even and just squeeze it down so that that closes really good. Now you're going to bring this back and you're going to bring it over the top here and go through the front again here. So make sure you go over the top so it doesn't come back out through the other side, the other hole. All right, so I'm going to leave a little space here so I can grab my lollipop, put it in here. You could put it in before you put the ribbon in even. And it's going to hold it in place, this little ribbon here. I'm going to squeeze that back, grab my ribbon here. We're going to tie it in a knot first, and then we're going to tighten that, and don't tighten it too much because you don't want to tear the other side, which I think if you pulled it too tight it might. And we're going to make a bow here, and then we're going to add our heart with some dimensionals. But how cute would this be for a little classroom project? And then you just put that on the top just like that. Look how cute they are. I love doing these little lollipop things. Every year I try to think of something a little bit different. I have other ones on my blog, on my YouTube channel. So, and then here's the other one, which you don't have to add. All you have to do is tie the bow. Don't add the lollipop, and put whatever sentiment you want on it, and you're done with it. They're both made the exact same way, but you can use them for different purposes. So I hope you enjoyed it, everyone. If you need any supplies, you can shop on my blog at StampingWithAmore.com. Bonus days is coming to an end, so be sure you get your bonus days order in, and for every $50 you spend, you get a $5 coupon to spend in February. So it's really a good deal. I already have 4, y'all. I can't wait to use it. I'm already looking to see what I'm going to use it on. All right, everyone. Have a blessed day, and I'll catch you in the next one. See you later, everyone. Bye.